Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Jen and welcome to Jen Plans. So today I'm doing things a little different. We are not planning for our weekly or monthly spread. We are bringing back our budget series. So I have been wanting to restart this for such a long time. Things kind of went a little haywire at the beginning of this year. We had some things going on, so we took a break from doing some budgets. We did end up paying off a majority of our debt, and we have just been saving for one specific area of our lives right now, which is our home renovations for outside. So when we moved into this house about a year and a half ago, we took some time to really kind of redo some of the inside of the home. So, replacing certain things that needed to be replaced. Again, our home is a pretty old historic home, so there were a lot of things that needed to be renovated inside. This year we wanted to focus on outside. So what you're seeing here is our monthly budget spread. So what you're looking at today is our monthly budget spread. I took a lot of inspiration from a really amazing YouTuber. Her name is Alaina, and she is from a YouTube channel called The Organized Money. I will link her below if I can find that video that I took this inspiration from. Essentially what she does is she breaks down her monthly budget using kind of a very similar spread to this. I took a lot of inspiration from her outline. So thank you so much for that, Alaina. I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but I do appreciate. I've been watching her for a very long time, and she has actually she gave me a lot of inspiration for a lot of the things budget-wise. So when I was looking through some YouTube videos on how to do certain things, I came across this one that she did, and I'll try and link the actual video and her channel below, but this video was pretty eye-opening for me. So what I used to do is just, take our monthly budget, take our bills, and kind of just whatever was left over was kind of extra money. I didn't really think about putting it into a plan. So I did want to take you through and show you, first of all, what I was using prior. So let me go ahead and show you that, and then we'll come back and kind of go over this in a little bit more detail. Okay, so if you watched my video back in January, then you know that I kind of started a couple of sinking funds and a couple of money challenges. That being said, things happen and we are way behind on this, obviously. I did want to take you kind of through what I've been working with and kind of what I had for my money challenges, and then we'll kind of pop back over to the new monthly budget that I'm thinking of continuing with. So I love the thought and I love the function of emergency funds, or what I call sinking funds, sorry. So I did actually put a whole sinking funds chapter in my planner. I have an emergency fund, which is usually used for emergency things around the house, obviously pets and stuff like that. If there's something that I don't have another sinking fund for, I can pull from here, sorry. So we've got our emergency fund. The next big thing we do is our layoff fund, because my husband is a seasonal worker, so we definitely always make deposits in here every month. I have been doing some of this, but I haven't been tracking it, so I really need to sit down and see what I've got here and go from there. We do a vehicle maintenance fund as well, so that is definitely one that we keep. We have a home repair fund. As you know, I've said it in many of my videos. We recently moved about a year and a half ago to a very old historic home, and we've been doing a ton of renos. So this one has become very scarce. We have a few really big projects coming up this year, so most of what we have for our home repair fund will be gone come July or August, so we will have to start over. That's fine. It just makes me excited that we actually have this available, so that's good. Pet fund, obviously, we need to have that. We've got 3 pets in the house, so we definitely have to have some put aside for each of them as well. Then we have our home and gift fund. So these we kind of combined because there's not every week where we have, or every month where we have a birthday or an anniversary. Mind you, our family is quite big, so there are only a couple of months that we don't have something being pulled from this fund. Then we have vacation fund, which we kind of weren't really actually doing anything with this year. But my husband and I have decided that for our 10-year anniversary, which is next September, not this one, but next September, we are actually going to try and go away somewhere. We were going to do a trip, just the two of us, but who am I kidding? We love our friends and family, so we were going to invite a few couples with us. So we're going to start saving for this at the end of the summer, I guess. Lastly, we have a Christmas fund. This for me is always a must. We have 5 kids, and they now have boyfriends and girlfriends, so we definitely have to keep a budget in here. We have a big family. We've got kids. Now they have their spouses, or significant others, I should say. None of them are married yet. But yes, so we definitely keep that one. The other thing that I made a chapter for, I keep saying chapter, I don't know if that's appropriate, but to me they are chapters of my binder, or my planner. So I have a money challenges chapter as well. So this is what I was starting again this year, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and go through all of this stuff. And to be honest with you, I haven't been following most of it. So we're going to hope that this month, June, will start kind of everything from scratch, and we'll just keep going. I think it's important to note that if you fall off the bandwagon at the beginning of the year, you can always start fresh. It's not something that needs to, happen from January to January. These sinking funds are ongoing, so it's not like I do it for 1 year and then it stops. I think what I might do is, with my sinking funds for this year, whatever I start with here and go till December, I'll just bring that over to January's pot, and then we'll continue on. Obviously things have to be used and such, but we'll definitely go from there. So for my 52-week money challenge, you can see that I put $37 into it, and then that was basically it. Unfortunately, that is just the way it went. So we've got that. And then the random savings that I wanted to kind of talk about is this one that I started here. So I have been doing this one a bit. I think I've got, so I have the $20 filled, I have the $5 filled, and then I don't know where the 17 came from, but I feel like I might have a couple more that are in here, but let's just take a look and see if this is just the stickers and everything making this a little bit thicker. Yeah, I think this might be the sticker. So maybe I only did 2. I don't know why I have 17 on there. So I might have to start this one over. But this one I was really excited to start because I wanted this to be something that I pulled from, and it was kind of like a roulette. So I would just randomly turn these over, pick 2 envelopes for the week, or 1 envelope for the week, and it could be, $1, it could be $50. And I really, really like that one. So I definitely want to keep this one. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to restart these. I'll use what I have in my cash. And just to mention, side note here, these money challenges I like to do in cash, as well as my sinking funds, because I feel for myself, if I put it in my savings account, or I've got a separate account from my bank, I really don't utilize that. For me, I have to visually see the money going into envelopes. I also have this, which I'll show you quickly. These are my old sinking fund money envelopes. I'm still going to continue to use these because I feel like these are what works best for us. So we've got our pet funds, home repair, vacations, all the ones that I just showed you in my previous chapter. So those ones I definitely want to keep for myself. And then the cash envelopes, once they get to be, because, these are fairly tiny, or for this loan, then what I want to do is put it all in here. So I have gifts, I've groceries. This will be kind of used for a couple of different things. These will be used for my variable expenses, which are things like groceries and gas for our vehicles, and that type of thing. So I've got a kind of multi-use for this one, but I definitely want to get going again with this because I feel like we've kind of jumped off and we are just overspending on certain things. That being said, this 52-week challenge can now be changed because this line of credit that we had, we did end up paying it off, as well as a lot of our outstanding like credit card bills. So I'm really proud of us. For the last year, we've managed to save for our home repairs, but we've also managed to pay down a lot of our debt. So this next clip here where I kind of get into the monthly budget, it's going to definitely change a little bit because we don't need as many things. So I'm going to flip back now to show you kind of how this budget is going to work and add some of the things to it. So stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've just filled in everything that we were kind of talking about when I was showing you my sinking funds, and I didn't show you my monthly bills and all that kind of stuff, but this is kind of where we're at. So I've went ahead and done like a rough budget total. I'm not going to break down who makes what and whatever. And this is on the side of caution because although I get a regular steady income, my husband's really depends on rain days and if he works overtime, you know, all that kind of stuff. So what I did is I just took the lesser of the amounts and kind of put it all together for our total actual our total budget. So the actual may change month to month. I've went ahead and changed my date to June because it is June 3rd, but I wanted to start this month so that I kind of knew where we were at from the get-go. So then the very next section we've got is our bills section. So I've got all of our expenses. So I've got things like our mortgage, our property tax, which we pay separately. We've got our home and auto insurance, our telephone bills, internet, our life insurance, monthly bank fees, which are a total pain, but we do love our bank, so we do pay that amount. We've got our monthly banking fees, which are, sorry, not our monthly, I just said that. So we've got our energy bill, water, union gas, which I don't know why this is underlined, but we'll take that off. We do have a really exciting new bill, although I'm not excited about paying it, but we did purchase a boat. And we will be getting that in the middle of June. So we're super excited about that. So that is definitely going to be quite a big chunk that we recently paid off, like our vehicle, so my vehicle. So this is kind of just replacing it because it is about the same. So they've got, at the bottom there, you've got your total fixed expenses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these in a darker color. Then we move on, we're going to have our total fixed expenses. I think I actually might add another little thing here that says total remaining. That'll just tell me what's remaining from here to kind of go through the rest of it. So then next we've got our variable expenses. So these are things like our pets, our Netflix account, and Spotify. To me, Spotify is not a variable expense. I will never, ever get rid of it. Probably not. Never say never, but Spotify is literally what I use all the time. Music, if you know me, is a lot and a big part of my life. So Spotify should be in our expenses, but I'm putting it under variable. Then we've got our gym fee. We've got my Adobe program that I use for photo editing. Then I put things like groceries, fuel. I put home in here as just, you know, if we need anything for the home. So things like, not grocery wise, but things like, you know, toilet paper, and not toilet paper, I shouldn't say that either, but things like, I don't know, if I need, you know, a new plant pot or a new plant, or if we need some candles, or if I need, I don't know, shampoo or conditioner, something along the lines that is not food related. So I guess like toilet paper and that kind of stuff, I kind of usually buy it with groceries. But this home stuff would be like decor and stuff like that. I also added one for entertainment because I feel like a lot of people that do budgets, they don't always leave a lot of time for entertainment, or a lot of, you know, room for entertainment. And I'm going to pause here and side note, I really apologize if you can hear my neighbor who is doing some yard work outside, the whippersnipper is a little bit a little bit loud. But anyways, yeah, so I always want to leave an entertainment budget. So this could be things like going to the movies, if you're going out, you know, on a day date, going out for dinner. It doesn't have to be food related, but you know, if you're going bowling or you're going to Niagara Falls or something like that, if there's a special occasion coming up, I wanted to add that in. For those of you who are not from Canada, well, I mean, it's closer to the Buffalo side of the States. Niagara Falls is like one of our main attractions here in Canada. So then your total expenses, I just noticed that this remaining one here, maybe what I'll do is make this a little tinier. So hopefully I can get this all in one line. Taking you through how I work, because this is so like me. I'm very much need things to look the same and to be cohesive. So there we go. We've got our total remaining for that. Then the next thing that I thought I would do, again, huge shout out to Alaina. This has helped me a lot, and I think I might even go over her paycheck budget as well, which she kind of breaks down each week. But then we move on to our sinking funds. So I'm going to put in my emergency, layoff, all the ones that I labeled in that little section previous that you guys were watching. And then after I have that, I thought it would be a good idea to put some extra debt. Maybe I'll just name this repayment. So although we don't have a lot of debt remaining for like credit card wise and stuff like that, we still are using our MasterCard because it does give us cash back at the end of the year. So we use that for things like gas and bigger purchases that we want to pay off at the end of the month rather than paying out of our debit account or our checkings account. And then our line of credit, we still are going to, although we paid most of it off or paid it off, we have put a few little things back on it. So these two are kind of the only debt repayments that I have at the moment. I'm hoping to keep that pretty minimal. So I think what I'm going to do is leave that. So we'll put in total extra debt. And then total remaining. I just spelled that wrong. Let's change that up. And we'll go ahead and make this the same color. Awesome. So then what I have is, and then what I thought might be a good idea is once I've got all of that, if we've got anything left over, obviously we do have money that goes into our savings as well. I guess I could, it's not really a sinking fund, but we do have a savings account that I put money into every month. So I'm thinking maybe I should add this into, maybe into our variable expenses, because it does change each month. Maybe I'll put that there. It's not really a variable, but it is because it's a separate account than like our retirement savings. So maybe I'll just leave that there because I kind of throw in whatever I can. This one here is going to be, the remaining is going into savings. So maybe I'm going to change this to savings challenges. That seems like a better idea because I do have my savings account, which this will be something different. So I'm going to do, let's do our weekly challenge. And then we're going to do, I know we had two separate ones. So the weekly challenge will be the envelopes. And then we'll do our 52 week. Yes, that is Mac. And I don't really have a plan for this 52-week challenge or where the money is going to, but I think maybe I can put this under, I'll have to think about that one. I might just leave it this way for now.
A few moments later.
52-week challenge, we're gonna change because I recently came across another savings tracker that I wanted to, and it is just a $5,000 challenge. And I was thinking that maybe this $5,000 challenge would be used for our anniversary. So let's go ahead and put anniversary. that would be actually a really good one. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is kind of what it looks like. Everything is, let me just go pull this out for you guys here. So there you guys have it. This is kind of what I'm looking at here. Kind of what things look like. I really love it. It's definitely going to help us out to kind of figure out where we're going to put everything. I'll kind of work a little bit on this and getting these things, you know, looking better. But yeah, I really like the way that this looked. I think it's going to be really good for us. Again, we're going to start off a little bit smaller than we were and kind of get ourselves back on track. But I really love this spread. It's kind of puts everything into perspective, and I absolutely love it. So again, I will link the Organized Money. I'll link her channel if you guys are interested in watching. But I hope that you guys liked this video and that it gave you some inspiration as well. I am so looking forward to getting back on track with everything. Now, the only other thing I can think of is that when at the end of the month, I'm not doing my Zero It Out challenge or $0 check as Alaina does, which she kind of makes sure that everything has its place and that there is zero money left for like floating anywhere. I think what I'll do for those instances is I'll just take any leftover money that we have and I'll kind of split it up between maybe, you know, adding some more to my sinking funds or adding some more into our savings account. This year and next year, I really want to focus on rebuilding our savings and just having some extra money so that we have, when things come up, we don't have to worry. So anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And leave me some comments if you guys have any other hacks, not hacks, but if you have any other budget tips that you want to share with me. I love learning different things. But until next time, you guys take care and we will see you in our next video. Bye.